In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an awesome coolant overflow tank out of a Jameson bottle, an L bracket, and a couple other items. Let's go ahead and get started with this process. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. So before I get started with the coolant overflow, I am going to give you a small little update. For everyone who's impatient, go ahead and click over here and you guys can skip, but I highly recommend staying and watching. It does help the channel tremendously when you don't skip around. For everyone who stayed, you guys are awesome. So I ended up wrapping these corner lights. I don't exactly know what the film's called, but it's really cool. I didn't really mess around with wraps too much, and I can only do some small stuff, but I've been practicing. I also did my window wiper arms in the front and in the back. Wrapped my door handles in some dry carbon fiber. Looks pretty good. My brother wrapped these in 5D carbon fiber. Looks awesome. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. I ended up having to replace the radiator in here. My buddy had one laying around, so worked out perfectly. Made for an EF hatch, so I threw it in. It looks good. I just don't know if it'll work for the turbo. And if you guys are interested, definitely follow Texas Honda channel. I will be turboing this on there and doing some suspension stuff, comparing the Skunk 2s that are on here to max Peating rod coilovers and seeing which one's better and the price difference and all kinds of stuff. So definitely consider subscribing over there. That information is in the description. But yeah, it's coming out pretty nice. We got Yoshi chilling in the passenger seat. Interior's looking pretty good. Got the green LEDs because I'm a racer like that. And the rear control arms were bad, so I had to replace the bushings. Here's a little clip of that from my TikTok. If you guys don't have a TikTok, you should make one just to go follow me. It'd be awesome. I'd put some behind the scenes stuff. I do only the car stuff on there, so at Texas Honda channel. So just put Texas Honda channel, and that's my TikTok. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started with showing you how to do this. All right, so this is the stuff you'll need right here. We obviously have a Jameson bottle. You can use almost any bottle, but I want to do this one for my theme. I am also Irish, so I really like Irish whiskey. So this here is just a typical L bracket. Now we're going to drill a couple more holes in here, but basically this works fine. You can get these at Walmart, Ace, Home Depot, pretty much anywhere that sells shelving. It's just an L bracket. Then you'll need a hose that will actually go in here, or it will be used for extending part of my cooling system that's on there. An 8mm ratchet fits perfectly on this hose clamp, and we'll need the hose clamp, a Sharpie, and you'll probably need something to cut this, unless you just want this part sticking out. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the car, and I'm going to show you some stuff over there real quick. Okay, so the way the cooling setup is on this one for the overflow tank is they've got this canister here, which I don't really like. There's just a bolt holding it on, a 10mm bolt right down at the bottom. So we're going to remove that. And then there's this metal pipe, which I think is pretty cool. And I kind of want to keep it, kind of reminds me of a distillery. So what I want to do is where it goes down here, probably going to cut it off, bend it to where it goes all the way straight down, and then extend this with some hose. So then it'll go in the top of the Irish whiskey bottle. So I'm going to remove that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, now that was pretty simple. Down here there's actually a threaded in spot. If you do not have a threaded in spot right here, it's actually a pretty cool tool you can buy. I'm gonna go show you that real quick. So this right here was sent to me from a subscriber, Sinformant. Thank you so much again, Sinformant, for sending this to my P.O. box. If anyone else has fan mail or awesome things they'd like to see featured on the channel, definitely send it to my P.O. box. Information will be in the description. So this right here is a Rivnut gun. Now, to basically sum it up, if you drill a hole and there's no thread in it, you stick the thread size you want in there, and then you use it like a rivet gun, and it gives you a threadable spot. And it comes with all these different ones. I'll try to leave a link in the description for this exact one, but it has all kinds of different sizes you can run. So that is an option. Now basically what I'm going to do with this is we're going to take it over to the car. We're going to see exactly where it's going to sit, which that does sit low enough for me, I think. I think I'll like it there. So I will have to drill this out a little bit so I can fit a 10mm bolt through it, but that should work pretty well. Now you can also do a second one at the bottom for extra stability, but this is perfectly fine. It'll work great. Alright, so here's the other overflow. As you can see, it's just basically a metal pipe they used. You could have just used a rubber hose, but I actually like how this looks. Now, if we look at it from the very top, it doesn't go far enough down, so I will have to straighten this piece out to where it sucks all the way at the bottom. That's just how I like to run these. It's a pretty simple design, works pretty efficiently. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off of here, and then we'll bend this and put it in and see where we want it. Okay, so this should work pretty well. It goes all the way to the bottom and it curves right out the top perfectly. So I'm basically just going to take the cap off, and right in the center of the cap I'm going to drill a hole the exact size of this. Alright, looks awesome, and it's going all the way to the bottom how I wanted it to. Now I might have to bend this a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. I'm probably just going to bend it very slightly. We'll put it in the car, see if I need to bend it. If I do, I'll make adjustments. Okay, so it fit in the car perfectly. I don't need to bend the pipe. So now we're just going to use this L bracket. I'm going to set it on top like this. Using a Sharpie, I'm going to basically just make a line. So I will cut this line at this line right here, just with a grinder, and then after this is cut here with a grinder, we'll smooth the edges a little bit so it's not sharp. Then we'll go bolt this in the car with one of these holes. Now you can drill multiple holes so you can raise or lower it, but it should work perfectly fine. After that's done, you can paint this thing black or whatever color you want, and then it will go in like this, and you tighten it up, and now it holds it in place. Alright, so it looks like I do need to use the Rivnut gun on that. It was super loose when I tried putting the bolt in it, so I went ahead and just removed it. It wasn't in there very well, whoever did that one. So I'm basically just going to use the Rivnut gun, put this in the hole, and show you how it works. So basically, on this Rivnut tool, you want it all the way open like this with the proper fitting on the top. You're going to put it in like that. Then you'll basically just put it in this hole all the way and then squeeze it tight. And there you go. Now you've got a threaded hole. Alright, now that we've got a threaded hole, I'm going to put the L bracket on and bolt it in place. There we go. Nice and sturdy. Alright, so I went ahead and painted the hose clamp black, give it a little cleaner of a look. Now we have the Jameson bottle. I'm basically just going to go ahead and put it behind and put the bottle in like this. Now we'll go ahead and tighten it up. Alright, so now we're going to use that rubber line we had on the workbench. Now using a zip tie, basically just going to zip tie it up like this. Well, there it is. It's all installed. It's not going anywhere. It's not leaking. And it gives it a custom look. And if you're wondering, how long will this last? Well, this has lasted a long time on other cars I've done it to with plastic bottles, and the glass Crown Royal I did it as well. And it lasted perfectly fine. So I don't see it being an issue on how long it'll last. Now eventually you may have to swap the bottle out once it gets too hot and all of this labeling starts coming off. Or you could probably clear coat over it, I don't know. But it's a pretty cool little hack if you want to have a custom old rat rod style look under the hood, but mix it with your modern day setup. Now you'll also fill this thing up about halfway with coolant. You can do this with glass clear bottles. It looks really cool seeing the coolant in it. But if you can't get any of this stainless metal line, just a normal hose will work fine. But I just had the line, so I figured I'd utilize it the best I could. But yeah, that's basically it for this. If you were wondering about this, this is my new toy. We're going to go have some fun with that, and I will definitely record some video of it as well, because I like my freedoms. Definitely a huge shout out to Sinformant. This thing came in just in time. I needed it for this, and we have plenty of other things we're going to be using this on as well. So thanks again so much. If anyone else is interested, P.O. Box information is in the description, and I will leave a link for this as well. But I hope you guys like these little videos where I show you how to do some custom things like that. I'll try to get more video ideas and get them done. Things are slowing down a little bit, but I'll try to pick things back up as soon as I possibly can. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Turn the bell icon on to get notified of every upload, and check out some of my playlists I already have made and other videos on the channel. That's basically it for this video. So as I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.